Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to our FebRegency Wrap Up. So let us know in the comments what you read and what you're reading. And yeah, this will just be a very chill live chat. And I totally forgot to share the link everywhere before we went live. It's fine.
Dia, did you put together the Instagram post, Dia? The story?
I put
Was that
up two. So one was Stephanie's and one was mine. The one that I put up today was mine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure
I missed Stephanie's. Sorry about that. I wasn't on Instagram that day.
It's fine. I haven't really been on social media that much either. So I'm like,
good for you.
I haven't done this in forever. And I'm like, I can't remember anything.
Yes, you've been so social. You have like so many friends. I'm like, wow.
Who is she?
Going places.
I know. I'm like, who am I? It was a good February, though. Not much reading, but that's okay.
Oops. I just realized I put my chat in the private chat. Whoopsies. StreamYard looks different than it did just when Dee and I were just on it. Wow.
Yeah, like, I was just saying, like, everything is different. I haven't hosted in forever.
Wow.
So it's fine.
It's going to show my Korean channel again. Oh, well.
It's okay. So what did you guys... I love it.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah. So what was your favorite read this month? We'll just start with that. If you read more than one FebRegency. I did not.
Mine was Bride of Lammermoor by Walter Scott. Yeah. I really liked it. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Have you read Ivanhoe?
I have.
Did you like it more or less than Ivanhoe?
Way more.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
That's exciting because I really liked Ivanhoe. So maybe I would love it.
I think it's a completely different kind of story, though. Mm-hmm. So it's very gothic, and but not gothic in the way that is a mustache twirling villain kind of gothic. It's it's old ruined castles and very shady figures and somebody that is out to get, that has quote unquote a mortal enemy that they're out to destroy, and that person is actually a good person, and and then there's death, and it's a love story, and it was really fun.
Oh, that sounds super, super fun.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And not at all what I expected from Scott. This is it was my fifth one from him. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's different from anything of his that I've read.
Okay, I'll have to check it out. I've only read Ivanhoe and I enjoyed it. But just hearing you talk about that one, it sounds like something I'd really like.
So I've read Lady of the Lake, Ivanhoe, Rob Roy, The Antiquary, and this one. Mm-hmm. And The Antiquary is my favorite of those 5. It's also the shortest of those 5. And well, no, Lady of the Lake is pretty short, actually. So it might be the shortest. Antiquary, then Lady of the Lake, then the one that I just read, Bride of Lammermoor, then Ivanhoe, and then Rob Roy.
Wow. So Ivanhoe near the bottom. I wanted to read Rob. What is it? Rob Roy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wanted to read that for years, but it's at the bottom of your list. So now I'm like, maybe I'll keep putting it off. This year the Antiquary was on my TBR because of you, but I didn't quite get to it.
Rob Roy was just boring to me. I had such a hard time with just he waxed eloquent on a lot of history, and it wasn't scintillating history. It wasn't that it didn't pull me into the history. It just kind of told me about it. And so that was the reason why I didn't really love it.
Hello,
Hi,
Evie. Yes, because I did not finish my FebRegency book yet either. And I'm also reading an Anne Radcliffe. Totally counts.
Absolutely counts.
And what are you thinking of Mysteries of Udolpho?
Yeah.
I have not read that one yet, but I have it.
That one is the reason why
I was going to say halfway through Mysteries is about where it starts to really pick up. So
the descriptions in the beginning are beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if that one's her magnum opus, I ended up DNFing it, so that's why I haven't picked up any more of hers.
I think you would probably like the Italian, although it is intense. Not intense in a bad way, though. It's a really fun way, but it is intense.
Yeah, fun drama. Yeah. Yes.
Well, I read two things this FebRegency, and one of them was like a prose poem. It was kind of like, so it's called Epistle to William Wilberforce, and it was by Anna Letitia Barbold. And I read this on our sprints, so I already shared my opinion of it there. But basically, she's addressing the British version of Congress. What is it called? I can't remember.
Parliament.
Parliament. Thank you. She's addressing British Parliament and telling them basically that they need to outlaw the slavery. So honestly, a direct letter would have worked better for me because it was just very poetic. I read it twice with analysis and it was fine, but I'm not really a poetry girly, so that's not really surprising. But however, I did read The Absentee.
Sorry, I said that hurts. It's fine.
Oh.
You said you weren't a poetry girly.
Yeah, I want to be. I keep trying, but I just haven't been yet. I did love, though.
Don't read Romance of the Forest.
Oh my goodness. But the audiobook will sing them to you.
Just don't do it. Don't do it. Sorry, continue, Christy.
No,
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yes. Oh, see, that's why we read it originally. We were like comparing the two, but Northanger Abbey and Mysteries of Tiffany and I read it. But last year I read the story. What is it called? I read a poem last year, like a long form one about like a cursed voyage where the captain kills a crow or something. I don't know. It was fun. I enjoyed that poem. Sorry, I can't
Rime
remember.
of the Ancient Mariner.
Yeah, that one. That's the one. That one was really
Samuel Coleridge is awesome.
Yeah,
he's a little cray, but that's okay.
Yeah, I know. I read some of his biographical details afterwards. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. But I really did. So I read my third book by the author of Belinda. Boy, I'm so unprepared.
Maria.
Mariah Edgeworth. I read my third Mariah Edgeworth this year. That was my favorite thing I read for FebRegency this year.
The Absentee.
And which one did you read?
This year I read The Absentee.
Okay.
Last year I read the one that was on Tiffany's TBR this year.
Castle Rackra.
Yes, Castle Rackrent. That's what I read last year. And then the first year I read Belinda, and Belinda is still my favorite. But this one was my second favorite. It was really, the first half in particular was really good. And then the second half, she's talked about how she writes with a moral in mind. And the second half of this one, that moral took over the story and it got boring. But the first half was so good. Like, her writing is so good. Like, I was like, this could be a 5-star book. I was like ready to rate it 5 stars at the halfway point.
Was it heavy-handed?
Very heavy-handed. So the whole point of the story is Irish landlords should not move to London and bankrupt themselves and all of the Irish people who tenants who live on their land back in Ireland. They should not try to wring every penny out of their tenants in order to bankrupt themselves in London, because that makes them bad landlords. So basically, the absentee is that's what they're called. The Irish were mocked in London, but they were trying to act all British. And that's like the storyline is like, all the Irish landlords that are absentee should just return to Ireland. That was the moral of the story.
Sounds like Nina Bolotka. Just beat you over the head with it.
Yeah.
So it was like just a bug.
Yeah, it was a bug. Yeah. It was like maybe 3 stars by the end, but I really didn't enjoy the second half, unfortunately. But the first half was so good. If I could just recommend the first half, it would be 5 stars.
That's fair. Yeah, I got halfway through Romance of the Forest because my month got away from me. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Lots of randomly stopping and, speaking in sonnets and poems, and it kind of feels like a musical. Like, people just randomly start singing.
It totally does.
It's like, it's fine. That's not weird at all. Everybody does that, and it's just like...
And it only gets worse in the second half of the book. The first half, you hardly ever hear a poem or a sonnet, but the second half.
Yeah, and then I started off physically reading it, so I'm reading the poems, and then I listen to the audiobook, and they sing the poems, and it threw me off so bad. So,
oh my god,
I'm enjoying it.
Do they play the lute as well?
Yes. It's so over dramatized. So
I love it. I love that. Oh my goodness.
But I was in a coffee shop when I started the audiobook, and it was like I was sitting at the table like, what is going on? But it's fun. It's very dramatic. And this one started off pretty dramatic too, I feel like. But I have questions that need answering. So we'll see where it goes.
So you're still curious.
Yeah. I think so far I'm liking the Italian more, but I haven't finished this one yet. And I have not read The Mysteries of Udolpho.
Okay. I would say that of the 3, the Italian is my favorite.
Okay.
But Mysteries is a very close second. And it's mainly because of the first half of Mysteries of Udolpho being able to just spend that time with the characters that we don't get in the Italian. Because you are thrown in to a situation and you just have to figure it out. There's no like world building that happens. But it's good. I think it's a lot more tightly written. So everything moves along at a little bit more of a clip in the Italian.
I think I liked more of the scenery and the plot, even though I know some of it's similar. Because I think you said she really likes her abbeys and her
destroyed abbeys.
Yes.
And her questionable monks and her and her poetry and sonnets. she really does like them.
And
her fainting maidens.
Yes, it took forever for somebody to faint
In that one, right? In the Romance of the Forest, it took
and
a
I
long
didn't
time.
notice it until you said it, and then I'm going like, okay, another page, no fainting.
Can you give like a early sort of premise, not a full synopsis, but like the log line, so to speak, of the Italian and then the Romance of the Forest?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what they're about, so I'm just curious.
The wealthy son in a well-established family. I'm talking Italian right now.
Mm-hmm.
In a well-established family, sees a girl and immediately falls in love, and not approved of by her parents or his parents, and then they plot and scheme to get rid of her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he in turn wants to save her, basically.
Okay. Oh, that sounds.
And then the Romance of the Forest is more of a girl who has never really known her parents because her mother died when she was young, and her dad pawned her off to like a nunnery type place, and a school, and then when she is she thinks she's going to be reunited with her father only to be kidnapped, and she's passed off on somebody who is also running, and yet they form a friendship, and then in the process of those people running, they find a safe harbor in an old crumbling abbey that's kind of removed from society, and somehow in the process of all of that, they also meet these other people that fall in love with the girl, and all of them want her, and it's just a series of kidnappings and
Wow.
and then trying to, some of them want to protect her, and some of them want to kidnap her, and some of them, yeah. Anyway, it's got some great, and I do mean great, twists towards the end.
Okay.
I will say I'm not going to read the whole synopsis, but I love that it's like refuged in a ruined alley with sinister relics of the past, a skeleton, a manuscript, and a rusty dagger. And then later on, it refers to someone as libidinous. And it was
That one sounds pretty gothic too.
Yeah,
wow.
It is. It is. I think that it was, for me, it felt like, because there were so many kidnappings, it felt like all right, we're moving. And no, we're not. Oh, we're moving. Oh, no, we're not. So it kind of felt like when you were getting goosed in the back of the pickup truck,
Yes. But the opening was very gothic, and the imagery was really gorgeous.
Yeah, the thing that I really liked about the beginning of Romance of the Forest was being dropped immediately into the action. So there was no setup with it either. It was immediately into it. So
yeah,
it seems like this era really did. They liked kind of like early sensation novels and like gothic imagery. And like Tiffany said in a video, she was like, a lot of the characters a lot of the women are like either ideal or like evil, you know? They're like never
One
send
extreme or the other.
Yes.
I feel like after my third or whatever fourth FebRegency this is, I'm getting a feel for this period for sure.
Yes. I definitely like Anne Shirley would have loved these books. Like just be wandering around in a field, just reading it out loud to herself, getting swept away and not coming home for dinner on time because somebody got kidnapped.
Well, didn't she actually do that with Lady of the Lake?
She
Yeah.
Or the Lady of Shalott.
Oh, it was the Lady of Shalott. Okay.
Yes. But yeah.
But that's basically it. Yeah.
But I think they did reference, I mean, she referenced all sorts of stuff. I think she did reference Idaho or the Lady of Idaho, Ivanhoe, or the Lady of the Lake.
This definitely seems like Anne's type of literature.
Yes.
I forgot I did read one other thing.
Okay, go.
I read some of Revolution by what's his name? Somebody Ackroyd. I forget it. I always forget if it's Peter Ackroyd. And I only the end of that book was related to this period, the Regency period. And so the next book continues on talking about the Regency. So I listened to some of the next book as well, which I forget what that one's called. But that it's like books 4 and 5 of this gigantic history of England series. So I listened to some of that too, which was fun because they talk a lot about like Coleridge and kind of the literary. He talks a lot about the literary scene at the time, and from what I've listened to of it. So that was helpful. I would like to continue on with that maybe next year.
I also read Jane Austen's Bookshelf by Rebecca Romney. Is that right? I know it's Romney is the last name. But anyway.
That would be a good one for this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But I think it's good because you get a sense of the authors that were around for Jane to read. And there were a couple of them that I hadn't heard of. I'd heard of most of them, but I hadn't heard of a couple of them. And the thing about it, though, is that she really inserts, number one, her own opinion about the authors. When she wasn't there, she wasn't living. She doesn't have any real opinion. She shouldn't. Anyway, but yeah, so she inserted her opinion quite a lot. And then the other thing is that she spoiled their books.
That's annoying.
So it wasn't just like, this is kind of what is, sorry, did you guys hear that?
It was very, very tiny.
Somebody texted me.
Oh, I think I did hear that.
Anyway, she even stated this one time. She was like, and I don't want to spoil that for you, but I don't mind spoiling this. And then she went on to tell us about another book and spoiled it. So unless you have read quite extensively from that time period, I would go as far as to say, use it as a reference for the authors that she mentions. And go back to the bibliography at the back of the book or to the, whatever the appendix at the back of the book, and find the author and find their works. And don't read the book until after you've read all that you want to from the appendix.
That's disappointing.
That kind of defeats the purpose, because I would think a book called Jane Austen's Bookshelf would be like pointing you to things that she read and loved, not like spoiling them so you don't need to read them anymore.
And I loved the way that she talked about Jane and her life and, where she was when she was writing certain books and what probably influenced, that book and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I may have felt differently even about that part if I hadn't already read all of Jane Austen's works.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one. So I think that it was probably well researched, but it was just kind of sad. I was like, no, don't tell me that.
Well, and then that makes it hard to recommend to people too, because it's
Right,
like, but if you haven't read most of these, don't read this yet.
right. Or like I said, use it as a reference tool and just use the appendix.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I told you I read a Bronte's biography a couple years ago, and the author she didn't spoil anything, but she made a lot of assumptions or like we know that they did blah blah blah, and it's like, do we though?
Do
Like
we?
you
Do
weren't
we
there.
really?
But she like inserted herself in the book too. And it was like,
Yeah.
it has to be very special to be able to do that. I feel like that's a really big skill.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you do it wrong, it just really doesn't work.
Or at least don't call it a biography if you're going to do that. Call it an autobiography.
Right.
And
Right.
talk about the author that you love, in the midst of all of that. But
Yeah.
anyway.
I also hate that she spoiled it. Like, I don't like that idea that just because something is 200 years old, you can spoil it.
Like poor Tiffany with Sylvia's lovers when she was like, oh, I'm halfway through the book. I could probably read the back blurb now. And then she finds out some things that happen in the second half of the book.
Oh, that's good to know.
That was brutal. Go into it blind, Stephanie.
Why do they do that? That's annoying. Maybe that's why I saw something the other day that said, can we please go back to putting synopses on the back of books instead of reviews?
Yes.
And then like I agree, but then at the same time, all the classics ones, they're always spoilery.
Yeah.
Because it was that way with Daniel Deronda, because I was like, don't read the back of the book before you read it. And then she messaged me after she finished it, and she's like, oh, I'm so glad I didn't do that because it had a big spoiler on it. So,
yeah, it needs to be very general. I still struggle, like, after reading a book, even on my channel, trying to give a review without actually spoiling anything about the book, and yet still wanting to communicate like what I liked and all of that.
It's hard. Yeah, reading Anathem even, I was spoiled for what type of sci-fi it was by a review on the cover. I was like, okay, a one-line review on the cover. It told me what kind of sci-fi novel it was, which you don't know for a lot of the book. I was like, okay. I mean, I wasn't mad because I was like, oh, that's exciting. I don't really like spoilers that much. But it was like, okay, well, if you didn't know, there it is.
Wow.
What? And that's not even a classic. That's like, I mean, it is a sci-fi classic, but it's not that old. It's not like a ton of people have read it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know
why. Everybody has such different gauges for spoilers. Like Robin Hobb is very like every book she makes you cry, and so I reviewed one book and I said something happened that made me cry, and somebody was like, well, thanks for the spoiler, and it's like, but she always makes you cry. I didn't say what happened.
If you have read any Hobb.
Yeah, so well, you can't please everyone. It's fine, but I try, but sometimes it's hard.
I got cursed out on my channel once for in another video referencing a Dostoevsky novel, not mentioning any names, I mentioned a plot point that happens, and somebody cursed me out saying it was a spoiler. I was like, okay, sorry. They just happened to be in the middle of the book that I was referencing with no names, and so they knew what I was talking about. I was like,
That's a
you should finish the book before watching videos about it. But it was about a different story, so I understand. But it's hard. It's hard not to sometimes. But you would think putting something on the cover would be like an obvious don't do it, you know?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or on the back, you know, for anybody to read.
Yeah.
I didn't read Anathem. I listened to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have it in my hand.
That you'd listen to that.
The whole thing. Every chant and everything.
Very long audiobook. That's impressive.
That's super impressive. It was so dense. I was like, I'm gonna miss something.
Oh, I'm sure that I
excited.
know that I missed stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't want to miss a ton because I knew he had a whole list of things he wanted to talk about and I wanted to participate in the conversation.
Yeah.
But, thank goodness for Rich.
I was just so impressed that Christy turned right around and read it for a second time.
Yes.
Just like, wow.
It was my cup of tea completely 100%.
Yeah. So that's yeah.
Mm.
Oh my
goodness. I'm so impressed by how much you read, Dia, for FebRegency.
Oh, I knew it was coming, and so I've been saving books on purpose. And we, Tiffany, and I last year for FebRegency, I had read Radcliffe. We read The Italian last year, and so we decided last year what we were reading this year. So that was already set up, and then just by coincidence, I had somebody that wanted to buddy read Bride of Lammermoor. And I was like, let's do it during FebRegency.
Very smart.
That's such good timing.
Most prepared host ever.
Speaking of hosts, I watched a video of Tristan's this morning on Oscar Wilde and the way that Dorian Gray kind of ruined the writing of it, ruined him. And I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. So definitely missing Tristan as a host this year.
He wanted to do this, but he couldn't.
I know. I still randomly crack up at how we ended our last FebRegency when he was like, Misty, email me, and then it just cuts off.
That was so funny. He's a character.
Yes. His videos are always good. I'm excited to watch that. I saw that you shared it in Tiffany's Discord.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this will be my watch later. I'm excited.
I was so impressed. And he references De Profundis a couple of times, which was one of my top books of the year I read it. I absolutely loved it. So, yeah.
I think I've only read The Picture of Dorian Gray. No. I read The Canterville Ghost too.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a cute one.
Yeah. But Dorian Gray, I'm like, it's not my favorite Oscar Wilde.
Oh really? You might feel differently about it after watching that.
Yeah. I've read it twice and I'm just like, it's okay. But I see why people love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that it's probably my favorite Oscar Wilde either, but I do love it.
Yeah. And I love getting all the references to it once you read it and people reference things. Those are fun.
That is the nice thing about finishing a classic. It's like, well, even if it wasn't my favorite, everybody references Moby Dick, you know? Okay, well, at least I can say I finished it now.
My mom said that after I made her watch the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. And she's like, I probably won't watch it again, but at least now I know what everybody's talking about.
Yes.
And then she watched it with me this year, and it's like, you said you wouldn't again.
That's how much she loves you.
Well, she was asking questions too. I was like, oh, you're really watching this? And she's like, well, yeah. And it's like, happy birthday to me.
I was watching a K-drama this morning, and Kevin, I was watching it in Korean. I didn't even have English subtitles on. And Kevin came into the room and he started commenting on it and like interacting with it. I was like, what? So we do rub off on those we live with.
I love it. I love it.
It's like one of my coworkers was reading something when I was still in the office, and my boss was like, that looks like something Stephanie would read. And it's like, thank you.
I take that as the compliment.
You know my taste.
I love when people recommend me books. I love it.
Yes.
This feels like a Dia book. Oh, really? What feels Dia about it?
Especially when they read it and they like it. Yeah. It just makes you feel big.
Do you share your channel at all with your coworkers, Stephanie?
No. They found out about it because I think when I hit 100 subscribers, I posted my review of Mistborn, which I think is how we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked into the office the next day and I heard somebody playing it. And I was like, oh, well, this is embarrassing. And then they just like knew. But it was so awkward to hear your voice like coming down the hallway.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. You have a fan.
Right. Well, and I've made some new friends this year that we've added on Facebook, and I share my book stuff on Facebook too sometimes. And they're like, oh, I just love your book stuff. And it's like, you have no idea. The iceberg. This is my life.
People will just randomly message me like from 20 years ago. I haven't talked to them in 20 years, and they'll message me and be like, that was a great video. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's like they don't comment, but they watch. And so then it's like, who else is watching me?
Who is watching me? Yeah, exactly.
My daughter just told me that she was reading a book, and I was like, oh, I just read that. And she's like, I know, you reviewed it on your channel. That's why I picked it up. Like, you didn't leave a comment.
I had no idea. Comments from those people are always like the best. It's like, oh, you watch? Like when my mother-in-law or my mom leaves a comment, I'm like, that's so sweet. Thank you for commenting.
I love that. Yeah. Or like my mom must be busy. She normally pops in on here at some point.
She does.
Yeah. I also miss Peter's trolling. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, we don't have a troll in the comments today.
Yeah. I was thinking that even though Tiffany is out of town, Peter's still at home. He should be on here.
That's so rude. Why is he watching our show?
You only troll your wife, Peter? Come on.
Watch. She's going to watch this back later, and we're going to get a message from Tiffany. It's like, Peter said, blah, blah, blah.
Speaking of Tiffany, did she finish Romance of the Forest?
Yes.
All right. And what was her rating? Did she mention it?
I think she feels similarly that I do, you know, but I think that Mysteries of Udolpho is actually her favorite. So she would go Udolpho, Italian, Romance of the Forest.
Yeah. And I like this one. It's just not as sweeping as the Italian, maybe would be a good word. It's more like a roller coaster, which is fine, but I think I also haven't hit the major drama yet.
I don't know. I think that for me, it was the fact that there wasn't, it didn't feel to me like there was a major drama. It felt like the drama was drama right from the beginning and just was drama, 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 drama. You know, the whole way through the book, rather than having these moments where there was something that was really kind of developing and all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was part of it. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what you think, because
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Well, and I know I was more on top of the Italian, but I feel like that one it sparked so many like discussions, especially because it starts off with insta love.
And we were all like, ugh.
Like, I follow her, she's beautiful. I'm gonna marry her. She's the love of my life. Whereas if somebody did that today, everybody would be like, "You're creepy."
Back off, buddy.
Yeah. But back then it was so romantic. And I think he was saying that from like the bushes or something. He was watching her like a peeping Tom, and it was just
Whoa. No spoilers.
I know.
There's a character like that in Sylvia's
early.
Lovers too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
He's a very creeper type.
I'm still waiting on your fan fiction. I'm so excited. I haven't even finished Sylvia's Lovers, but I'm just like, I need Chrissy's version.
It's in revision now. I'm just revising it now. So I'll be sending it your way. I was hoping to finish it this weekend, but we'll see.
I'm excited. Okay. Yes. That'll give me something to look forward to.
Yes. Can I send it on Discord, or where would you like me to send it? Wherever.
Yeah.
Do you prefer Word or Google Docs?
I can do either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think when I put it, I'm doing a vlog. I'm filming a vlog of the writing of it. So when I post the vlog, I was thinking of trying to put it on a Notion so that people can read it on Notion, but we'll see. I've never used Notion before. But just Allie. Oh, there's a booktuber named Just Allie who did that with a romance short story, or a romance, like a 10,000 word sort of novella length. And she published it on Notion. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that with this one. Not that anybody's going to read it but us, but you know.
It might go viral. You never know.
Fan fiction, man.
I mean, especially with the theme you're taking.
Yeah, it's a mashup.
Yeah. People love a good mashup, especially millennials.
That's true. Oh, yeah, I heard that in publishing news that genre mashups are the big trend right now in publishing. That's what's selling. Publishers are buying horror romances, and like they're looking for the next big romantic-y type trend. So
I felt that way about Ninth Reign when I read it. It was really a mashup.
Yeah.
It felt, the first book, the next two books, I mean, they were still mashup, but the first book especially felt like classic fantasy, little science fiction, little horror.
Yes.
I'm like getting that right now. That sounds really good.
I need to finish that series as per usual, but I really like the first book.
Yeah.
And they didn't have
it was my favorite of the three. The first book was my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't read it then.
No, I mean, the other two weren't terrible or anything. It's just that the first book was definitely my favorite. My favorite character from the first book doesn't appear as often in the next two.
Is that a woman?
It is a woman.
Oh, I know her. Okay. That's disappointing if it's who I think it is.
So she just doesn't appear quite as often in the next two books, and she becomes kind of a more minor character than she was in the first book. So
my library only has it in German. What the heck? All three of my libraries. Oh, they don't even have it. You have to request it and see if they'll give it to you.
Well, I think
Wow.
when I read it, I had to order the paperback copies from Blackwell's because they hadn't published in the US yet.
That must be. How
And
did you?
it's in the US now.
My library had it. And then I used to own, I took it into my used bookstore when I did a shelf cleanse because I only had the first book. But yeah, for a while I even owned a soft cover copy of it.
It looks like it's only $2.99 on Kindle though, so that's not too bad.
No,
Yeah.
That's doable.
it is a long book.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it does get intense at times. So don't read it at night.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes. The characters were good.
The characters are very good. Yeah.
I'm adding it to my wish list. Thank you.
Yeah. And I think the audiobooks, I don't think they're Audible exclusive. But I don't think the library had those.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll check.
But I think those just came out to you because I read the first one physically because there wasn't an audiobook. Like people had just started talking about it, and I was like, I'm just going to order them. So.
Am I misspelling it or something? It's not coming up on Audible.
Ninth Rain by Jen Williams, or it's the Winnowing Flame trilogy.
Yeah. You might just try Jen Williams too, because
maybe
oh, there. Okay, it's coming up under Jen Williams, I think, but it's not the first one. How weird.
That is odd.
Oh, you're right. I'm only getting books 2 and 3. I wonder if they recalled the first one or something.
Huh.
I don't know.
How strange. Anyway, sorry, tangent.
What else do we do?
Do you guys have plans for next February already? Like, are you planning another buddy read?
I think we have one more of Radcliffe's, that we haven't read. The Sicilian romance, or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, we haven't really discussed it yet. We're kind of waiting on Stephanie to see how she likes the ending of this one. Yeah. But I know that I still have I have one Scott left on my shelf, so I'll probably read that. And then a couple of the authors that I read about in Jane Austen's bookshelf, I think I might look and see if I can find some books from.
Yeah. I'd like to read more poetry next year. Because I did that the year Jenny and Emma, I think it was the first year that I was a co-host. I read a lot more poetry because we had that poetry salon too, and it was a lot of fun. Yes. But I didn't really read that much last year or this year.
I read enough in Romance of the Forest.
I felt like you read plenty.
I felt like I read enough. Yeah. I got my poetry in. No, I've been reading The Fairy Queen for the last 2 months, so I'm definitely getting my poetry in.
Yeah.
You have done it. You have done it. Well, I'm going to check out Jane Austen's bookshelf to see some more of the authors that Dia mentioned that are in there. But I won't actually read the book. I'll just get bibliography.
Yeah. Did you guys watch any adaptations or anything for FebRegency?
No, I didn't even
Not a one.
I didn't
cook either. I was gonna make FebRegency ginger cookies, and then my stomach blew up. What were you saying? Sorry, Stephanie. You were talking about it.
I just said I started Bridgerton. That was
that was your Regency adaptation.
Not fully accurate, but yeah. Yeah. I never think about
And Wuthering Heights doesn't count for Regency.
Yeah. I read that. Oh, watch it. You're talking about adaptation. Sorry. I was like, I just read that too.
Oh, Wuthering Heights.
Yeah.
Yes, me
I
too.
listened to it on Audible because I have Audible right now.
Was that your first time reading it?
No. It was my third. I liked it better this time. I actually DNF'd it the second time I read it because I just got so annoyed with all the characters. But this time I started with the end because I knew I liked the end, and I liked the end so much that I went back and listened to actually it was on Audible Plus. It was in the Plus catalog, and then they removed it because
Took
of
it
the movie.
off.
So I didn't finish it because they removed it. I was like, that's obnoxious.
It is, because I started the same audiobook and I was taking my time because I was like, I've already read this, so I don't have to, and then it was gone.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the one on Spotify has been replaced with the movie trailer because all the copies from all my libraries were all checked out because of the movie. So
annoying.
yeah, it's fine. First world problems.
Yes, very much. I was like, I own a copy of Wuthering Heights. I do not need to be this annoyed. I could just pick up the book that I own and read that.
I know.
And I did. I looked for
the audiobook is so good though.
It is. It was that really made it like, okay, I can get through the hard parts because this is a great audiobook.
Yes, or even like yesterday, I posted about it on Instagram, but we have a tea house that just opened up within the last like 6 months. And it's super, super cute. And the teacup and like teapot I got felt very like Jane Austen. So I listened to my audiobook and sit there and like look around, and it was like, this is like the perfect end to FebRegency.
Oh, yay.
Oh, I saw that post. That's right.
Yeah.
And that's a compliment because I'm never on Instagram anymore, but I saw that and I was like, ooh.
Thank you. Yeah, and the teacup matched my book and everything. I was like, it's meant to be.
Wow.
Although it cracked me up. She brought me, like, you go in and order and then they bring you your tea. And she's like, just so you know, this teapot is really dribbly. And she's like, we're used to messes here, so don't feel bad. And I was like, okay. And then I pour my tea and it goes everywhere. And I was like, that's why you brought me a tray. But they let you check out your teapot, which I
have one teapot that doesn't pour well. And I always put a towel under the spout while I'm pouring just because of that. Because I know it's going to make a mess otherwise.
Yeah. So next time I go, I know not to get that teapot. It's fine. But I did buy, they sell loose leaf tea. So I bought some of that and it's really good. So now I have a local.
Do you know what kind? What kind of tea is it?
I think the one I'm drinking now, it's their Heart Eyes. It's dark chocolate strawberry. And I think it's Rooibos.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
It should be like almost like a naturally sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I didn't really have to put barely any honey in it. But it was good. So the one I had yesterday was oolong, which was really good.
Oh yeah. My favorite tea right now is one that has like the chai spices, but then it also has a little bit of carob, and it has a little bit of the like it's like a type of toasted rice.
Oh.
And so it's kind of got that toasted flavor to it. Yeah. I really like it.
The box. I would love to try that. Okay. I'm like super low on tea, so I need to restock. And I'm like, I just want to try everything now.
I love anytime I make rice, I love making scorched rice tea. That flavor is just
toasted rice.
That's interesting. Is it kind of like nutty, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah. And but it definitely has that kind of it has that toasted flavor to it. You know, it think of biting into a piece of toast.
Okay.
It's like that in tea form. And then if you add milk or something to your tea, then it's like buttering the toast.
Ooh, okay.
So
That sounds amazing.
So good. I know over
It's
Christmas I was having gingerbread tea like every day. It was
Yeah.
like tea in a mug, and it was so good.
yeah. I have the Harney and Son hot cinnamon spice tea. I love it. And it's black tea, so I try really hard not to drink it very often. because I don't need that much caffeine. But oh man, I just love it. I love it, love it, love it.
They have good flavors.
They have a decaf version that I found this year, and it did not last. It was gone in a heartbeat.
Oh.
So at
Bigelow has a French vanilla with black tea, and then also a peppermint black tea that were both or spearmint is a spearmint black tea. Those when I could drink caffeine, I would happily drink that instead of coffee. Like it was that good, you know. And I was such a coffee addict that's really saying something.
Yeah. Well, ladies, do we have anything else to talk about for FebRegency?
I feel like ending on tea for FebRegencies.
I think that's appropriate.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us. So I think we'll just wrap this up here since it's been about an hour anyway. Otherwise, we'll go on another
tangent.
Yeah, but thank you everyone for joining, and thank you to the co-hosts. And we miss Tiffany, so hopefully next year we'll do the same. Maybe we can do a bingo board or something. I was thinking about that as we were chit-chatting.
That would be
like
fun.
Box for fainting or tea or whatever.
That would be fun. We'll have to make something up.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.